Hello students, welcome to another video series lecture on emerging trends in mechanical engineering. I'll be explaining you the unit number 3, that is recent trends in manufacturing and industry, and continuing the same video lecture of previous series. This is the second part of selecting a robot for a given application, into which we will be discussing today mainly about the methods of programming and the languages that are used to program a robot. So let's start the slide. The key takeaways are to understand the concepts of methods of programming and to understand the languages that are used for programming. Having said that, as you know that the controller is the brain of industrial robotic arm and allows the part of robot to operate together. It also works as a computer and allows the robot to be connected to the other systems. The robotic arm control runs a set of instructions that can be called as a program. The program is inputted with a teach pendant, that is a method. Many of today's industrial robots arms use a interface that resembles or is built on Windows operating system. Now we'll see a typical robot has been shown in the slide with computer control, electro-hydraulic power supply, shoulder swiveling, elbow extensions, yaw, pitch and roll that we have studied or seen in previous videos, and then that forms a manipulator with arm, base and the roll or the wrist part. So that is what is a robot has been shown in the diagram. And now we'll shift to the programs. The programming languages for robots are you can program the robot by lead through programming method, robot programming method, and simulation and offline programming method. Now what is lead through programming method? It is related to work cycle is start, because the robot will perform a certain cyclic process he will be doing continuously. Repeatability is important, accuracy is important, and so many parameters are playing an important role into the same business. Here, work cycle is taught to robot by moving the manipulator through the required motion cycles and simultaneously entering the program into controller's memory for later playback. So while be allowing him to teach that you pick this object from one conveyor, place it on conveyor B, place it or pick it from conveyor B and place it on conveyor C. So this I'll teach him, this method will be taught to him, and then the same movements will be stored in his memory. So then it can be later playback, and then I'll see how accurately that particular robot is repeating the actions are told to him, and the frequency then later will be increased so that he can pick 100 pieces or 10 pieces or 5 pieces per minute or so. Then a robot programming language is there. This is a textual programming language to enter commands into robot controller memory. Directly you are writing set of instructions as we are doing, as we are writing English language or Hindi language or Marathi language in WhatsApp. The same way I have to write a textual programming language to enter commands into the controller's memory directly. So if you are doing that way, then it is called as robot programming languages. Then there is another method, that is simulation or offline programming. Here program is prepared at a remote computer terminal and downloaded to robot's controller for execution without need for lead through methods. Now here what can I do is I'll be sitting in some remote location. From there I'll be typing a program, and from there I'll be sending the same program or communicating the same program to the memory of that controller, and then the controller will behave as the program has been written. So it has been done away from the setup where the robot was installed, so that is why the name has been given as offline programming. Then there are some certain programming languages that you have to learn. If you learn this language, this will become a bread and butter for you later in your life, and you can earn a lot of money and work as a freelancer. Instead of taking 8 to 5 job, you can freelance, go in freelancing. You could have freelancing license, and then you can write programs for different company robots, thereby earning lot of good amount of money. So which are the languages that are essential for you to learn so as to program a robot controllers? C++ is the best start for an aspiring robotics, as it is general purpose language that contains imperative, object oriented and generic programming features. C++ allows interaction with low level hardware and also real time performances. C and C++ are very mature programming languages. To ensure the best performance of robot, it will be better to use C++. So C++ is generally used language. It is used by computer people, electronics people, IT people and even mechanical people. C language, you know, C language is mother of all languages, as we say, and if you know C language, naturally C++ is easy for you to understand. And if you are an aspiring robotic engineer at that time, if you want to learn programming for that, this particular set is nice for you. Set of language is nice to read and understand and learn. The second language is Python. It is a high level programming language and is play key role in building and testing of robots. Java is a language to perform human-like tasks. Robotic systems must be included with functions via programming languages to enable robots with these functions. Java language can be used as it offers an array of programming setups that are tailor-made to the needs of robotic realm. Whatever you want to make, you can customize it by learning Java programming. And then is a MATLAB. That is, it is a tool basically. It is not a programming language. It is a tool. MATLAB is the short form of mathematics laboratory. So MATLAB is mathematics laboratory. It is related to mathematics. So it is a tool. It is not a programming language, and it can be, you can find engineering of this engineering solution based on mathematics, because mathematics is the base subject of engineers. Robotic developers need to learn MATLAB if they want to analyze data, produce advanced graphs, or implement control systems. Now if you have to do further complex jobs, further complex activities you have to perform with related to teaching of programming of robot, in that case you can learn MATLAB, in which that is a tool. It is not a programming language. Let me make it clear once again that it is a tool, and this tool is a mathematics tool. That is why it is available to find out many solutions of engineering problems, and you can analyze the data, and you can produce graphs, and you can also implement a different control systems, which is then governed by MATLAB rather than any programming language that we have seen above. So that is it from my side. Thank you once again for patience listening. Have a nice day. Enjoy.